Hello and welcome to the Philippines. This is just arriving in Surigao, Mindanao, Philippines. That's in the northeast end of Mindanao. We have a shuttle driver from the hotel we're staying at picking us up at the airport. Today I'm going to give you a little bit of feel for the town of Surigao. And in the coming days I'll show you some of the sights around there. Waterfalls, cave, a floating village, I think it's called, a number of other areas. Every city and region in the Philippines has its own character and personality and even different types of tricycles. Surigao has a couple of shopping malls, one out not very far from the airport, out behind us here, and one in the downtown area that I know of. Has a population of about 154,000 people, but it is a hub. People come from all around that area to bring in their goods, to shop, to market their goods every day, and that population surges greatly during the day like it does in many large cities in the Philippines. When I was there, I was told that there's one flight a day coming into the airport here. You can also get there by ferry. And this is not to be confused with Surigao Islands, about a 3-hour ferry ride from there, which is very popular, considered a very popular tourist area. And they get big waves out there, and you get people surfing, the surfing islands. And that island has several flights coming in from Manila, Cebu, and other countries as well, I believe, every day. I was told by an American from the U.S. living here that this street usually isn't this congested, that the main street here is usually a one-way, and this is very close to the market. But it is a bit congested. Part of the day they had a traffic enforcer out there, somebody standing out there giving directions, but it's pretty much first come, just like so many places in the Philippines, even Cebu City. Very few stop lights, stop signals, stop signs, and people just give way. People go from one direction for a while, and people stick their nose out there, traffic stops, they let the traffic from the other side go for a while. And it seems to work here. There's very little road rage. They allow that to happen. It is probably more efficient than if they put stoplights up. They would probably create a huge backup in the area. This way it's usually moving. One side is moving, very little delays in the process. I was told that at this point in time they don't have any of the tall high-rise condos in this area yet. That'll be coming in the years coming forward probably, as it is a growing city. It is a hub. There are a number of resorts in the area, hotels. I'll show you around the hotel that we stayed in. A number of bars in town, entertainment areas. We were here for a couple of days. We could have easily spent 3 or 4 days here. There's enough to see in the area. We packed a lot of activities into that 2 days, and I'll show you some of that. Different types of tricycles, different design. That's what you'll find. Every area of the Philippines seems to have their own specific type of design. Depends on who the manufacturer is. And I was with a Filipino who helped negotiate the trips, the prices, got detailed information about where we were going and what was available to see. Our van driver that picked us up at the airport they've got a very nice map of the area, and gave us each a map that kind of lays out the city, the region, and also lists and gives some details about the different things you can see. So that was real helpful. And I will be including that in future videos. I didn't see any taxis in the area, so you're either dealing with a A bus, there's a bus terminal not very far from the mall, very close to the mall out by the airport. A bus terminal, tricycle terminal, and V-Hire terminal. V-Hire being the van, the 12 to 15 passenger vans that you can get on. And we took one of those out a ways as we were headed out towards a cave area, I think. This here is a huge cathedral, Catholic cathedral in town, and then like most towns and cities, there is a market. A market where you can buy all your produce. A lot of that comes in from different parts of Mindanao, Davao City area, up in the mountains, the farms. So you can get your meats, your fishes, your vegetables, fruits. If you are visiting the Philippines, one thing I would recommend for everybody is to visit your local food markets, your farmers markets. They usually just call them public market. We had some blue marlin from the local market, and the first night we were there, and very good, very good. Helped that the guy cooking it was a very experienced chef. My Filipina friend, who usually does not eat fish, loved it. I've had a couple people ask me for prices of a lot of this stuff, and I guess a guy could do a video about that. Just go down. But the people get real irritated if you're just asking for prices and not buying. Number one. Number two, it changes by region, and a foreigner may get a different price quoted than a regular person. Depends on how good a negotiator you are as well. Depends upon the season. Some of the fruits and vegetables are local, some are imported. If they're in season or out of season, it will affect the price. And I have learned at my local markets a little bit about the prices for certain things that I buy, and you know, that's I know what they are in the mall markets, and I know what they are in the local markets, and it usually doesn't pay me. I can go downtown to the Carbone market, buy everything cheaper, but the cost of going down there is 300-400 pesos. Our hotel, Taverna, was very conveniently located downtown. It was recommended to us, and glad we got it. And we did not reserve a oceanfront view, and if you want to spend a little extra money, I would recommend that. But right across the street from our hotel was the piers. Some of these are private island hopping type boats that people can rent, get on. Others go to specific islands on a regular basis. They do have a pier back down the other direction with a larger ferry, where ferries come in at the pier. These are a little bit tricky. A guy or girl would want to be a little bit careful walking the plank there, because that boat is kind of bobbing up and down in the water. It's wide enough, not wide enough for people to meet going two different directions. They got to take turns going out and coming back on. But Surigao is, I'll show you a couple of maps here at the end of the video where it is. It's on the northeast end of Mindanao Island. Some people don't want anything to do with Mindanao. They are afraid of the whole island. It's a huge island group, and but this area is quite safe, I think. They have had martial law in Mindanao, most parts, for a while because of a issue they had in one region down there. Most of it is down in the southwest area, quite a ways from here. Most of the travel to nearby islands, and there are many nearby islands, take place on these smaller ferries, banca boats, and they leave and come in regularly. And you can ask the locals what the schedules are, depending on where you want to go. Relatively cheap to travel that way. And they ship a lot of the goods that come into the city. In fact, virtually everything comes in by ship from other islands. Obviously, they don't use planes to bring a lot of stuff in. But that's a way to go. You can take buses as well that take you to different parts of Mindanao, and they've got a tarp that run along the top rail there. So if it's raining, they drop those tarps down, and then further down you can see the larger ferry down there. That's also an option. I will have additional videos in the coming days of our travels around this area. Thanks for watching. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please subscribe. Safe travels to you wherever you're at, and we'll see you next time.